Hey, Lou, welcome back. What sort of went into the decision this offseason, sort of first parting ways with Indiana and then coming back here?
Yeah, I think going into this offseason was a bit of a change that I wasn't really expecting to kind of play out the way it did. But once going into free agency, I really wanted somewhere that I felt comfortable and confident going into. I felt like, you know, Seattle and talking to Noe and Talisa really gave me that comfort and knowing I could come back here and, have a chance to play and contribute in a way that has opportunity and has the chance to win a lot of games and just play to win. I think that's what really went into my decision in that free agency. And again, I am just happy to be back. It feels nice to be here.
We're both ultimately playing the same team. Last year was the one recruit the other. How do you guys talk about the decision to come to Seattle together?
Our worlds just played out together.
Like she said, just explore free agency. The conversations with Noe and T, and I have history with Pokey. And I just wanted honesty. And of course, I had other offers and other opportunities to go other places. And Noe and Pokey were just super honest about what they want from me, and that's what I wanted. I wanted honesty, and I got it, and it just worked out. That's why I'm here.
You mentioned Pokey, and I've been covering you since Brazil, so I do have to ask about that Brazilian connection, and I do know they're looking for a point guard in Brazil. Would you be down?
Yeah. 33 years old, babe. I think that ship has sailed. But no, it's funny because me and Pokey, when I seen her this morning, she said, "Oi, gente." I was like, "Oh, you know Portuguese?" So she's learning, and I think it's a super cool opportunity for me knowing Pokey. I think she's gonna be great at it.
Just a second ago, you was talking about the versatility of this roster. Scott, a few minutes ago, was saying how it's the most talented roster she's been a part of. Free agents coming in. Just what do you see with this team and its potential, especially with that versatility moving forward?
Yeah, I think like AC and Sky said, there's a lot of versatility. There's a lot of different playmakers, a lot of different scorers, and it's one of those things where I feel like once we get flowing together and get that chemistry, like every single night's going to be different, and it's going to be really tough to guard and to play against. I think we're going to have a really good flow defensively as well.
What she said.
Hey guys, since you guys have been to Seattle, what's some fun things you guys have done off the court, tourist-wise?
Well, training camp just started, so we didn't dive into any fun yet. It was strictly business right away. So I think, once we have some time in the season, get kind of slack up a little bit, I think we explore some things. We are by the water, so I'm probably going to explore that for sure, but I haven't did anything yet.
Yeah, I haven't done much, just trying to get settled with my daughter. Actually, my dad is here helping out, and he actually took her to like the little playground beneath the space, so I got a bunch of videos of her there. So she's been there, but I haven't yet.
All right, we'll go to Zoom now. We have a few questions for you guys. All right, this is from Christian, circling Seattle sports. For both of you guys, when you hear veteran presence, what does that mean to you in your approach at this stage in your careers?
For me, I think with this group, it's been super great to just be able to have NECA, Sky, AC. They communicate on a level 3, very high level. So for me, I haven't even really had to be a leader. So I feel like I'm just sitting in the back and enjoying, them two, like them 3 guys just lead. So for me, it's super refreshing that I don't have to have that weight over my shoulder, and then just being able to just play loose. And then also learn from them at the same time, because they are great at what they do, especially at communicating. So for me, I just think I'm happy that I have that, because I've always had to be the one to talk up and do all these things. So I'm just happy to have a breath of fresh air that I can just lock in on me and yell all the time like I want to.
Sure. Yeah, the veteran presence here is, it's just clear in the way that every day, we all bring ourselves in. Everyone's kind of doing what they need to do. And with such a big group of players who've been in the league so long, it's easy for the rookies and the younger guys to follow. So I feel like it's just been smooth of like everyone kind of knows what needs to be done, and we're all doing what we need to do.
Yeah.
Last question. This is from Jordan Grice with Tunnel Vision Sports. For Katie, Lou, you and Gabby were teammates at UConn, and now you guys are reunited in Seattle. How excited are you to play alongside
I'm super excited. I think, playing with Gabby in even my rookie year was one of my favorite years playing with her. And so this is something that I'm really excited about. I can't wait till she's back in the flow and back in the mix. We're really building something, but it's nice to have that connection. I played with her for so many years. So that's just a comfortability thing.
Ooh, short and sweet. I like y'all. That's all right.
Hey, for like each of you, obviously it's early, but do you have a sense as to what your role on the team will be this season?
I think for me, shooting, obviously, that's something where Seattle lacked a little bit last season. Providing another veteran presence and voice, and then ultimately just adding energy anywhere they need me to add it, defensively, offensively, on the bench. I'm just here to do whatever they need me to do to help them win.
For me, same. I try to do more post-up and more defense, more rebound, and put more energy on the court, whatever, for bench or area. Yeah.
For the both of you, just how have your first training camp days been with the Storm, and what's your feel of the group for now?
It's been a lot of fun. We got here about a week or so ago, and I've just been really enjoying having the facility. It's something I've been very vocal about, wanting to have in my career. This is the first time in my entire W career that I've had a facility dedicated to our team. So just being here and getting to know everybody in different spaces outside of just being on the court has been super beneficial. Energy is amazing. Vibes are high. Everyone's helping each other, learning. I'm still learning, I'm in a new team, so it's just been a lot of positivity.
For me, I feel that's an amazing team, and I learn a lot about the teammates and this team, and I still feel a lot nervous on the court. I should focus on every moment. Sometimes it's, that let me really tired. But I try to learn more and let me get in relaxed and try to getting better.
Welcome to Seattle. While you guys are learning more and relaxing, what are some things that you guys have gotten to do off the court just to tour the city?
I'm an explorer, and Seattle is a very walkable city. So last week it was like really nice outside. It was sunny, so I was walking around. I went to the market on the water. I went to some rooftop restaurants, did an escape room. You know me, I'm gonna do a little bit of everything. So I definitely was Dora the Explorer last week.
I guess it's only been 2 days, and I guess you've been here for a week. So far, is there anything that, how would you say that the Storm's system is unique? And what have you seen so far, maybe from Noelle and the coaching staff, that maybe is different from any team you've played for, or you're just going to have to kind of adjust to?
Me? Want me to go? I think the biggest thing is the way that we lead up to practice. We do a thing called essentials. So basically, you do like your lifting, we do some team concepts, you do your individual shooting, and then anything else you need to get ready for practice, and you kind of do it separately. And then we all come together, do a quick warm up, and then we go right into practice. And I think that has given everybody the space to prepare for practice their own ways and the ways that they're comfortable. And that's something that I've never experienced before, and I think it's really amazing. And then I think something else that's unique is about the way we play. It's like a lot of reading and reacting. Obviously, we have an offense, we have plays, but it's a lot of knowing like your teammates as far as like their tendencies and what they like to do, and that is a very hard way to defend basketball. So, I mean, I remember when we would play Seattle, I was always just like, what are they going to do? Like, you have no idea what they're going to do. So being a part of it now on the other side of it has been really cool.
Lexie up here. Can you talk about your health? And I know you've had to go through a lot of things as a professional athlete at the highest level. And just where is that at right now? And, what you can expect from this season being healthy?
Yeah, I feel really good. The best I've felt since before my diagnosis, which is a blessing. I hear a lot of people that say like, oh, Lexie is prone to miss some games and she might not be able to have it for every game in the season. And that's just simply not true. I mean, you would treat Crohn's like you would treat, any injury, but not really because there's not really built-in days to have off. There's not built-in days to do extra recovery because it is an illness that I'm managing. I don't foresee having to miss any games this season. That's how good I feel. I have it completely managed. Still have a great relationship with my doctors back in LA, and I've been set up with some amazing doctors here in Seattle. So it's all been smooth sailing for about 6 months now. So I'm just really grateful to be feeling the way I'm feeling now.
Lee, up here, I think you got a chance to play against Dominique in the Euro Cup playoffs. What was that like, and do you look forward to having her on your team now?
She's a really great player, and she can do a lot of things like she runs fast and she can get a lot of rebound. And it's really hard to. We are playing each team. I don't like defense her, but now we are in the same team, so I'm really happy for that. And I think we will be really best teammates.
For Lexie, how excited are you to get back on the court, and what's one part of your game that you're looking to work on this season?
I'm super excited. It's been a long 2 years of getting back to myself. I lost almost 30 pounds, so I've been able to get that weight back, which to me, I've never really struggled with weight, so I didn't realize how big of a deal that would have been, especially at this level, how physical our game was. And I think that was one of my biggest focus in the off season is getting back stronger. Something that I'm working on is just becoming a true 3-level scorer, not just, chilling on the 3-point line. I've worked really hard in the off season of getting my mid-range and being able to operate ball screens a little bit better. So I'm really excited to showcase that this year.
For Lee, you've played against a lot of top-level opponents from other countries. How do you think that helps your game here?
I think that's really helpful me. I play with a lot of Europe player and American player together. That try to help me, let me know more about another player, know the more stronger player, know the best player. So I think that helped for me getting better. I love staying, overseas, play the basketball. So maybe next year I still will stay in the overseas. Yeah.
And then last questions for Lexie. What do you think is the key to your success as a guard?
Having a next play mentality. This is a super talented league with amazing, talented players. People are going to make tough plays, make tough shots on you. You're always going to make mistakes, but you can always get it back, control your attitude, be as positive as you can, especially on a veteran team like this. We don't really have time for weak links, especially mentally. So just having a strong mentality all season long.
Thanks both. Appreciate it.
Thanks.
Mackenzie, where are you at physically? How long ago were you able to start to get back to full strength after CDL last season and the surgery?
Yeah, so I got surgery last May. Obviously, at that point, you never know how you're going to hold up, how you're going to feel. But honestly, this is probably the healthiest I've felt in a really long time. It's great to not have to worry about, my knee and just go out there and play basketball, do what I love to do. Obviously, I still have to do preventative things and rehab and all the extra things, but that's all stuff I'm willing to do if I can be out there and feel healthy.
Hi, Mackenzie.
Hi.
Just what is the last year like been for you? Obviously, you get drafted, you made it known that you had the injury, and you were a grad assistant in Indiana. I think you were at a game here at UW.
Mm-hmm.
Just what has it been like for you keeping in contact with the front office and the team, and finally, I guess, be playing at this facility?
Yeah, I definitely learned a lot in the past year, on and off the court. When you get injured, you have surgery, you realize how much you take, things as simple as walking for granted every single day. So I knew that when I finally got the chance to be back out on the floor, I was going to, just give it everything I have because a year ago at this time, I had no idea if I'd be able to play again. So just to be here, the fact that Indiana, gave me the opportunity to continue to give back to that program, that means a lot to me. Being on staff, I was able to be, sidelined. Seeing the game from a different view, I think, has definitely helped me as a player. They gave me a lot of opportunity to see the game from different perspectives, pour into, those girls the best I can. So I feel like it was a great learning experience for me.
Got a few questions from Zoom. lastly on what you're most excited about being here in this system in Seattle.
Man, I'm just super excited just for the opportunity. The Sparks gave me, I'm so sorry. The Seattle, see, it's been that, I fought. Seattle gave me an opportunity, and I'm super excited for it. The first day I got here, I came in the facility. It was beautiful, and I was saying to my parents, like, this is what the WNBA should feel like. So, like, for any young girls that want to get here, like, keep going, because eventually you'll be able to experience something like this. So, the coaching staff, my teammates, the vets, everything is a dream come true. So I'm happy I have the chance to be here and experience it all.
Yeah, and I think it's been great to be surrounded by such experienced vets, and they are continuing to just pour into each and every one of us every single day, pushing us to be better. But just the way they go about their business has been great to see. You know, I watch everything they do and just try to be a sponge in every aspect, and know that they've won and played at such high levels, and just experiencing everything they experienced and trying to mimic that the best that we can.
For Zaya, can you describe any advice that John Staley has given you that's carried into your W career, and how has Seattle embraced you since your arrival?
Man, Coach Staley has poured into me so much, even with me being in the W. She's definitely poured into me a lot. Right now, what she always tells me is just keep the main thing, and stay focused, especially during training camp. Of course, I want to make the roster, so it's just all about staying focused and doing all the little things that I need to do to be successful. So keeping the main thing is something that she's told me since my freshman year with her all the way up until now, and that's just the advice that I always take.
Zaya, we sort of got a LA contingent here. It's nice to have several familiar faces, and then a veteran in NECA who's already been in Seattle for a year to sort of help you understand the system and everything.
Yes, I think everything happens for a reason. I'm happy I met NECA at LA, and I got an opportunity to play with her now. Having Lexie here, Lee here, is definitely something that I'm excited for as well. They're players that I'm familiar with. They're familiar with my game, and also people that I just look up to. So for us all to be here together definitely means a lot to me.
Kind of going off of that, Zaya, I know that you and Jordan Horston are from kind of a similar area. Was it like kind of having that familiar face, and I know that you probably played alongside her a lot, but are you excited for maybe in the future being able to play with her again?
No, yeah, for sure. It's full circle moments going on right now. I think I've been playing with Jordan since we was like in the sixth grade. So for us to have the opportunity, we actually tried to go to college together, it didn't work out. So for us to be able to be in the WNBA and we're playing on the same team is definitely a dream come true. And when she gets back, hopefully we can be on that floor together.
This one's from Zoom for Mackenzie. How have you stayed resilient this past year, rebuilding after your injury?
I'd be lying if I said it was easy. After surgery, I've had surgery before, but not anything like this. So it just takes a certain amount of discipline. You don't see results every day. Just continuing to stay the course, and knowing that something really great could be on the other side, and just trusting that, if it's meant to be, God will make it happen. And after that surgery, I just kept that in the back of my mind. As slow of a process it may feel, it ultimately gave me an opportunity to try out for a really, really great organization. I'm thankful that it all worked out.
All right, this is going to be the last question for Zaya. What do you think is the key to your growth and improvement as a player?
Man, right now my defense. That's the only thing that I'm focused on. I went overseas for 4 months, so when I was over there, getting myself in shape was the biggest thing for me. So coming here, Coach Noe always talks to me about, I don't care what you can do on the offensive end. I know you can score. I want to see what you can do defensively. And letting my defense create my offense is something that I noticed, especially overseas, that works well for me. I let myself get going defensively and then just let the offense flow. So it's my 3rd year. I'm trying to really get into the player that I know I am and just prove myself.
Great, thank you both.
Can you please talk about what is it like to adapt? You're not only trying to get a spot on a team, but also getting into a women's basketball league that has been growing exponentially and facing so many other different challenges off the court in terms of players, right? So can you talk about if that is do you see that as an added layer of challenge or an opportunity?
Yeah, I think the college game has expanded so much, so it's a little bit easier to kind of adjust to how the WNBA is now. But I think it's just a great opportunity to be here and compete against such talented guards and talented players all around. And obviously, it's a lot. It's a quick turnaround, but I think that they're all super helpful. So the adjustment has been a lot, pretty seamless.
Yeah, I agree. I think we all see it as an opportunity. We have a lot of girls in the locker room that have blazed the trail, if you will, to get the league to this point. So I think we're just excited to be coming into the league at a really good spot and with still a lot of opportunity for growth and more eyes on us. So I know there's a lot of excitement just all around.
Yeah, I would just say it's awesome to be able to learn from all the vets in the locker room, just people that I've watched growing up, and now I get to pick their brain about, especially, NECA, Sky, AC. So it's just been awesome to be able to learn from them. Even in the 2 short days that training camp has been, I feel like I've been able to grow my game already.
Serena over here, you already knew this question was coming. How special is being in the same first city as your brother, and how exceedingly rare that is? How much fun it is for your family having this happen right now?
Yeah, I mean, it's been a lot of fun. My parents were actually planning on bringing out a lot of his stuff from Missouri Easter weekend, I think. So I got out here Saturday and we had a little Easter morning all together out here in Seattle. So, I mean, it's just such a cool opportunity. I went to his house Saturday. What day is it now? Monday? Yeah, so we had a little dinner, but just to be around him. We haven't been around each other just with college and sports, so it's a super special opportunity.
This is a question for all three of you, but mainly Serena. I was in the press conference after you played in Spokane, after your final collegiate game, kind of reflecting on that almost a month ago to now. Like, how much has changed in that time? How much has your kind of mindset? Have you been able to, reflect a little bit on your college career, and then now switching to the WNBA? It's just, what has this time been like in this month?
Yeah, I mean, it's been exciting. Everything has happened really fast. These girls can say the same. Yeah, you're finishing college and then the draft is happening and then you're sent off to a city where, you don't know a lot of people. So everything is just being thrown at you fast. But like we've said, we have a lot of really, really good and knowledgeable vets on our team that have just been like, you know what, be a sponge, take in as much as you can, apply it, learn, like just make the most of your opportunity. So it's been a whirlwind, but I'm just super grateful for all the experiences that I've had already. It's been a lot of fun.
I have a question for each one of you guys. For a rookie to make a roster, you have to have a special gift that you know that you can do, and that you have to bring something to a franchise and to a team. For each of you, what is it that you feel really confident about in your game that you think can translate and help you make the roster?
I say
my yours is not. I also want to follow up how many shots you get up there. I think you've walked about 30 in a row.
I'll just say my shooting ability. I think that's something that translates, and that's something that I'm trying to hone in on. I think that's something that's not really a physical or like speed thing. My release has been quick, and I think that's something that can help a team. So yeah.
I would say just my versatility. I think I'm able to guard, 2 through 5 really. Did that a lot in college. But offensively, I think I create a lot of mismatches. Being able to shoot the 3 lets us space the floor really well, and kind of pulls posts out of the lane and gives, Sky and some of our other prolific guards just really good driving lanes.
Yeah, I would also say my versatility, just my size at the point guard position and ability to see the floor, and then also be able to play off the ball. So just, yeah, you want to be able to just take things you're good at and be good at them at this level as well.
Welcome to Seattle. What are a few things that you all would like to do off of the court to just get to know the city a bit more as tourists?
I think I would like to hike. My parents are from Colorado, so I love hiking, love trails in the water. I think we all like individually were around the city a little bit. I did the piers and around Pike's Place. That was really cool. I just love all the nature that there is. So I think exploring, Mount Rainier, Olympic, all those things. So hopefully I'll be here all summer to do so.
Yeah, I'm excited about all the food options. I'm a big foodie. Me and Jordan went to a sushi place the other day, just walked there. I think it's so fun, just different from being a small town person to now you have so many options. So I'm excited about the food.
I'd say the outdoorsy part. I mean, Arizona and Texas, it's a little bit different than Seattle, so I feel like just exploring that a little bit more, being around some water and not just a desert and dry atmosphere.
I've got some questions from Sue. This one's for Madison. How special was it to be a part of the TCU run in the NCAA tournament, and what did you learn from that?
Yeah, I think it's kind of funny because here it's a very veteran group, and I think our TCU team was a very veteran group. We were the oldest team probably to ever play college basketball, and I think that we'll ever play college basketball. Our average age was like 22, which was kind of insane. I was a senior, and I was like the youngest one on the team, and I was like, okay. But I think that run was just phenomenal. It was awesome to be a part of it. Haley did it. It's awesome to be around Haley. I mean, she was a pro from day one. I'm excited to see what she does here in the W. But I think our whole group just had a very pro style of play, and our coaches treated us like pros. So the transition isn't as difficult. We weren't treated like kids. So I think being a part of that team my last 2 years was super important for my development.
Serena and Madison, curious playing against each other in the Big 12, if there's any moments that kind of stand out or what you particularly liked about the other players' game.
We're not gonna talk about that game, all right? You go first.
Yeah, so probably one of my favorite games of my career was that was fun. Just because y'all were so good and so talented, and we were missing one of our best players, so to be able to beat them at home was cool. And then to go see them succeed, you can use that as a player. Oh, we beat them, so no. But even just playing with Madison, like these last few days and shooting with her, like she is so efficient at shooting and her release is so quick. So like playing against her in college, you know that you have to find her at all times. And even our scout guys like know she's a shooter. Like you're on a shooter. Like it's very known what she's good at, and it's been exciting to watch her, transition into the pros.
Yeah, same for Serena. I mean, we had no answer for her. We were like in the timeouts, like, somebody gonna guard Serena? Like, is somebody gonna stop her? And it's just tough because she had a little back down, but she's also the point guard. So it's a very hard matchup to have. Like, okay, well, we're gonna have our point guard on her, but at the same time, then she's gonna go post us up, and that literally was unstoppable. So I think it's just awesome to hear our names called, and we're going to the same team. It's kind of cool to have played each other, and then be able to be in this little fight together, and super excited for her as well.
And this is for all three of you, just the idea, obviously you're doing what you have to do on a day-to-day basis for this team and give yourself the best opportunities with this team moving forward, but what is it like? It's all so new. You're here in the W, you see that Storm logo on your practice camera. What is it like to be here and be a part of this team?
Yeah, it's really cool. I mean, you dream about these moments since you're a little kid. And just to be in an organization that's so well put together. I mean, this facility alone is so cool to be at, and just learning from the people that are around us. And, Coach Noel is so knowledgeable as well. It's just a dream come true at the end of the day. And I think we're all excited to keep growing and keep building the chemistry in the locker room and on the court.
Yeah, I think 2 words that have been thrown around so far is attitude and gratitude. There's so many girls that would love to be in our position. So just like coming in every day and understanding the opportunity that you have at the beginning of each day. Like we have so much to learn. I feel like our brains more so than our bodies right now are working. So it's been really fun, but it's just something you take a lot of pride in and want to be grateful that you're in the position that you are.
Jordan, I have a question for you. I know it's pretty unique that you had a job lined up already and you did an internship in New York last summer for finance, and yet you chose to put that all on hold to pursue basketball professionally for as long as you can. What went into that thought process of just giving yourself the freedom to pursue what you love?
Yeah, I never really knew if the W would be an achievable goal. And I always said to myself, like, I don't want to play overseas. So, throughout my college career, I knew that it was going to be 4 years and I would be done. And then our season ended, and I was like, I don't really think I want to be done quite yet. So made the decision that I wanted to play overseas and just was going to pursue the W and see what happened there. But yeah, I mean, I had a job in supply chain lined up, was going to work for GE and be a corporate girl. And I called them at the Final Four because I went to the combine and I was like, hey, I'm going to pursue basketball, it's just been an even bigger whirlwind because I thought I was going to be starting a job in June somewhere on the East Coast. And now I'm in Seattle and trying to make a team. So it's just been a complete 180, but I'm super grateful for it and just blessed to be in this position here.
One last question for each of you guys. How do you feel that your college programs prepared you for this moment and to succeed as pros?
I kind of touched on it earlier. I think Mark Campbell and the TCU staff does a great job at treating us like pros. We literally do our shoot-arounds like pros, do practice like pros. And I think all of us had that goal, like a lot of people that go there. I mean, obviously me and Haley and Sedona had those goals to be in the W, and he knew that he wanted to take a team and have pros on his team. So I think that off rip, he treated us like pros, and we did everything on a day-to-day basis like that. So transitioning into this, it's very similar to what we did there. So I'm so grateful for that.
Yeah, I think Coach Rico just really made us think every single day. I feel like during practices, she would like quiz us and see what our answers were. But I think she just gave us the freedom to really play, and I think it translates really well into the W. And a lot of the situations she would put us in, especially me as the only returning starter last year, just putting me in situations where I'm thinking about the best play to run or the best defensive coverage and how to adjust mid-game. I think that has really prepared me, as I've seen in training camp so far.
Yeah, I would say Kansas State kind of just taught me to stay the course. That was my only Power 5 offer, so I really wasn't sure if I was going to be able to play at that level, but just having that one opportunity is all I needed. And then each year, each day to day, you're growing, getting 1% better. So I think that's something that can definitely translate at this level is, we come in, you feel like a freshman again, and you're not getting the same amount of reps, but there's so much that you can learn. And as long as you're now, moving each day and learning from the day before, which coaches here and players here are talking about every day, the vets here are talking about how can we get better the next day. That's what makes a team and your personal development be successful.